Now, it's your forecast first from Storm Team 9.
Outside today, temperature readings were, I guess you could call it comfortably cool out there. Take a look at the current numbers that we have. We have a lot of 60s showing up. 64 degrees in Greenville, 65 in Washington, a little warmer down in New Bern at 70, a little cooler up north around Roanoke Rapids. Most of the rain that has fallen today has been light to moderate in nature. Most of the bigger thunderstorms still reside off to the south and west. That's where they'll stay for a little while longer, but late tonight into Friday, we'll begin to ramp up the coverage of rain and the intensity too. In fact, on Friday, some of the thunderstorms have the possibility to turn strong or severe. That's why Storm Team 9 Weather Alert Day will be in effect. We'll talk about that, some drier weather for Saturday, and another round of storms for Sunday coming up. The longest running newscast in the East starts now.
On your side, this is WNCT 9 News at 6.
It is now day 9 of the wildfire burning in the Croatan National Forest. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Ken Watlington. Angie Casada has the evening off. Let's take a look at how we got to day 9. Officials say the fire started last Wednesday, and by Friday morning, the fire grew to over 7,000 acres. But by that afternoon, the fire would actually grow to around 35,000 acres and only 10% containment. And as that fire grew, so did the smoke plume. Shortly after lunch Friday, smoke could be seen all across the east, from New Bern up to north to Greenville, Williamston, and even Washington. Some across the east calling it a large orange cloud. Fast forward through the weekend, storms and the continuing efforts from crews on the ground would help contain the fire a little bit. It would decrease in size to just over 32,000 acres, and it would be 30% contained. It still, though, remains at those numbers at last check. And let's take a look at the current smoke map. The good thing is there is no smoke showing up like it did almost a week ago. But you see the area in red representing the over 32,000 acres burned. To put it into perspective, the gray area on the right is Marine Corps Air Station Cherry Point. The fire is nearly triple the size of the base. And this brings us to today. Officials with the U.S. Forest Service are now saying they believe the fire was possibly set by a person. This is one of the topics the U.S. and state forest services are discussing right now at a public meeting. Let's take a live look inside that meeting. It's happening at Creekside Elementary School in New Bern. Lee Williams with the U.S. Forest Service says the fire is just 2 miles away from the nearest communities. He's hoping tonight's meeting will ease some concerns and answer any questions residents in the area may have. Williams said the meeting will also discuss a plan of action to keep everyone safe if the fire were to spread. We're told the fire is in check right now, but there continues to be smoldering spots.
We're working to alleviate those and build basically a box around the fire so that it does not spread any further, and we can protect all of the communities as well as the forest lands that surround the fire.
WNCT's Caitlin Richards is at that meeting. She will have the latest for us tonight on your news at 10 on the CW and here at WNCT at 11. And Greenville County officials are also giving you safety and preparation tips if you do have to evacuate due to the fire. They say to build an emergency kit with things like food, water, and other supplies you might need. Place valuable things like documents, mementos, and anything you can't live without inside your car in the garage. That way you can leave as quickly as possible. And make sure you arrange temporary housing outside the threatened area. It's important to note, though, they do not see any indication of evacuation orders at this time. Also happening right now, some of you are going above and beyond to support a cause you believe in. That includes supporting some fresh cuts. It's the 6th annual haircutting event at ECU put on by Pirates vs. Cancer. That's where we find 9 on your side Sarah Gray Barr. And Sarah Gray, who's all there?
Ken, students, faculty, and staff are coming together to support children battling cancer right here in eastern North Carolina. Those with the event say it's just one way to show solidarity with the children. Pirates vs. Cancer organized the event. They're a philanthropic group at ECU's Brody School of Medicine. The event raises money to support pediatric cancer research at James and Connie Maynard Children's Hospital. We spoke with organizers about why this event is important.
So a lot of children battling cancer do lose their hair during the course of their treatment, and so this just gives us an opportunity to make them feel less alone and just, do something together that shows that we're here for them.
I actually just spoke with the president of the group. She says that they've raised more than $18,000 so far, but they're still working to reach that $25,000 goal, and they're still collecting funds now. If you're interested in donating, we'll have that on our website at WNCT.com. Live in Greenville, Sarah Gray Bar, 9 on your side.
What a great event, Sarah Gray, thank you. Staying on the ECU campus now, Pirate Athletics now has an extra $5 million thanks to an historic donation. That money coming from the Isley family. They have some strong ties with the Pirate community as Van Isley serves as a board member for ECU Athletics. Isley says he hopes the money will be used to help each and every student athlete.
The direction that we're thinking about going, it will affect virtually every athletic program. We're working on something and hope to announce it very soon, but we literally could not survive without private giving. And this Isley gift is something that, you know, it's the largest gift in the 61-year history of the Pirate Club.
Director of Athletics John Gilbert adds the donation comes at a time when he's particularly happy with the success of Pirate Athletics. And uptown Greenville staple Sup Dogs is expanding. The owner's planning to open a new spot centered around its signature drink, the Sup Crush. The place will be called Crush. It's a micro distillery and cocktail bar located just across 5th Street from the original Sup Dogs location. The plans call for making their own spirits in-house for the drinks. Sup Dogs owner says this would not have been possible without the state changing its laws around micro distilleries. He's just trying to meet the changing demands that come with uptown Greenville's growth.
So I think with those two things combined, it just makes way for hopefully places that want to do new things and new concepts and sort of start fresh, and that's what we're doing.
Sup Dogs adds they hope to open the bar sometime between late July and early August, just before ECU students are back for the fall semester. And a heads up this evening, if you're getting help with your water services, on May 31st, the statewide low-income household water assistance program is ending. The temporary emergency program helps eligible households afford water services by giving out a payment directly to the utility company.
By offering this service as a way to offset some of their household expenses, it allows them to, reallocate their money in other places, because right now, households are struggling with, the cost of food rising, and everything just seems to be going up.
You can still apply for the program until May 31st or until the funds run out. To find out about the requirements for the program, just head over to our website at WNCT.com. Staying in Onslow County now, first responders are preparing and training for mass casualty events. It's the second part of the event. We brought you the first part last week. Now your side's Claire Curry attended today's exercise at Naval Medical Center Camp Lejeune and brings us more on why it's so needed.
Around 250 people participated in the drill, teaching them how to care and respond for a large amount of patients coming in at once.
Give some epi, go ahead and secure his airway.
In this case, an explosion at a crowded fairground, multiple casualties, and we try to stress the system to see where the weak points are.
Around 50 patients were processed through the hospital, from arrival to emergency rooms until they were discharged.
Some of them will be wearing a special suit that we call it a cut suit, and they'll actually be operated on. They'll send them up for imaging, whether that's x-rays or MRIs.
Fine-tuning all the details for if and when a mass casualty occurs.
The military is experts at mass casualty. That's one of the things we do well. In the actual events, such as the 7-ton rollover last year, it was very important to have all those entities come together and work together.
Even having hospital personnel handle questions and concerns coming from people in the community.
We've got injects for role players that are coming up. They're presenting as family members, and because that's going to happen in a real emergency as well. Family members are going to come looking for their loved ones.
Onslow County will continue to conduct these trainings twice each year. At Camp Lejeune, Claire Curry, 9 on your side.
As Sexual Assault Awareness Month is starting to ramp up, Marines and sailors aboard Camp Lejeune are raising awareness about the issue in a unique way. On your side, Cheyenne Pagan takes us to a field meet that organizers hope does just that.
By picking up a bow and arrow, our service members are working together to make a difference, one game at a time.
Kickball, volleyball, and of course some archery tag are just some of the games troops from 2nd Marine Division played during this year's field meet. The games are a way for the service members to build camaraderie by working together to communicate and advocate for each other. The event was also a way for these Marines and sailors to learn about what's there for them.
We have a lot of junior Marines out here, so we want to promote, inclusivity within the organization, push out that we want to maintain that retention as well, and showing that there are resources available to them.
I think it's just important just to let everybody know that there's a system here to help people that don't have a voice and that you are wanted and cared about.
This year's theme is Protecting Our People Protects Our Mission, and wearing shirts that say what a beautiful day to believe survivors, troops came together to do just that.
Over 200 Marines and sailors came out to the field meet on Camp Lejeune. Cheyenne Pagan 9 on your side.
Up next, your complete Storm Team 9 7-day forecast. We had some showers outside today. We'll see heavier rain and maybe a few severe thunderstorms on Friday. We'll talk about a weather alert day next.